In today's program, I would like to expand the previous session, the structure of the paragraph, with an example. We will go through the details and let you guys understand how to write a topic sentence, how to develop it through the developing part, and how to write a conclusion, and what are the criteria and the characteristics. First, we'd better understand some characteristics regarding the writing paragraph or writing an academic paragraph. First, paragraph is not only one type. Paragraph could have different parts and different classifications that within the following videos we would like to expand and talk in details. But in today's session, we would like to talk about academic paragraph. The academic paragraph is the university-oriented paragraph. It has a concise and precise strategy that all scholars, students follow all around the world. However, there could be another type of the paragraph which is called non-academic paragraph, which contains narrative paragraph, persuasive paragraph, and expository and many more. If you were interested to know about other parts of or other types of paragraph which is non-academic paragraph, please let me know and try to write it down your interest within the comment section below as well. So, another important characteristic is about appearance of the paragraph. All academic paragraphs begin with an indent. Indent is the space that we're not going to start the very beginning line or the topic sentence of the paragraph equal to the other lines. We use 1 inch, 5 spaces in a computer, or as professionals say, 1 keyboard tap is enough. So, the examples that we would like to develop today is about electric vehicle revolution. This is the paragraph. Electric vehicle revolution. I'm going to write it down this paragraph to help you better understand what I mean and how and what type of information did I use. Okay. Electric vehicle revolution is the title. The title should be used in the middle of your page. If you're writing on the piece of the paper, it should be in the middle. Or if you type in a computer, it should be in the middle side of your sheet. This is another important point. The topic sentence of the paragraph is: the automobile industry is experiencing a notable shift toward electric vehicles in the recent years. The reason why we call this as a topic sentence, it is a general sentence, first. Second, the rest of the information within the paragraph is used, or they are used, to develop the sentence and provided examples, explanations, the why this is called revolution, or how electric cars and industry improved. To support this topic sentence, we need to add some specific information, including explanations, statistics, and examples. I'd like to provide you an explanation now that how. As concerns about environmental sustainability and climate change grow, consumers are increasingly choosing electric vehicles over traditional gasoline-powered cars. In this example, I compared the traditional and old type of machines, which is gasoline, and another one is the revolution or revolutionary car, which is electric cars. So, in this example, I provided that people concerned, that's why we're talking about the concerns or environmental concerns. People are going green. People are concerning about their environment. That is why they prevent using the gasoline and they prefer to use the electric cars. People choose to use electric cars. That is a comparison between the old types of car and machines and the new type of machine. This is an explanation and the reason why people choose the electric cars. So, now to help you or to help the reader to be convinced and accept this idea, I'd like to provide a statistic. And a statistic to specifically mention that how much and what amount of percentages do we have to choose or not to choose and to develop it correctly and appropriately. So, according to the report by Bloomberg New Energy France, global electric vehicle sales surged by 43% in 2020, with over 3 million electric vehicles sold. Now, this is another specific developing sentence that it supports the topic sentence. It reflects the topic sentence. How? Within the topic sentence, we talked about revolution. We talked about that people choose electric cars more than the previous or traditional cars. There was a great and notable shift toward electric vehicles. In 2020, 3 billion cars, electric cars, sold all around the world. 3 million electric cars, it's going to be a notable example to support the notable shift. The people's aspiration, the people's desire that people prefer to buy electric cars rather than gasoline cars. Did you understand? So, this is an statistics. 43% increased in sales. That's a huge number of cars sold all around the world. So now, within the paragraphs, we not only explain something. Imagine if you're a writer, you need to convince me by your piece of writing. Even though I didn't accept previously or I didn't agree with your idea, so your aim and your purpose is to provide such valuable information to convince me that I should accept or at least to be confirmed with the ideas you mentioned. So, I developed the topic sentence by an explanation of gasoline car with electric cars. Then I provided the percentage, a specific percentage, 43% cars sold, or that's going to be an increased amount in sales of the electric cars. And now is the time that I like to provide you a specific example. Before going to an example, I'd like to clarify an idea. What is the difference between an example and the explanation? The example is the most specific. We are referring to specific person, specific company, specific place, a specific time. But within the explanation, we just generally, which is a very common way of stating an information, and we don't usually go through it specifically. Okay, to support the revolution of electric cars. Now, let's consider about the example. This shift is not only driven by consumer preferences, but also by government policies aimed at reducing carbon dioxide or carbon emission. Now, within specific countries, in countries like Norway, government incentives, including tax breaks in charging infrastructure development, having encouraged a substantial transition to electric vehicles. Now, don't you think Norway is a specific country? Don't you think the law, specific law which is called the tax, and about another important law that the Norway government decided to help the companies or to encourage the companies to shift from gasoline cars into electric cars. This is a specific example, right? So now, as usually, the paragraph is not too much long. However, the paragraphs can be longer than this as well. You have the capability and ability to expand it and provide it some examples, some other specific ideas and examples regarding this one to fully develop a paragraph. But due to the lack of the time, I'd like to tell you something about a conclusion as well that we wrap it up this session. Now, the conclusion looks like the topic sentence. We need to come back to the main idea, but in a different way. We need to wrap it up, all the information we said. We need to mention again the main idea based on the previous and above information through your paragraph. So, in conclusion, this trend is reshaping the automotive landscape and propelling innovative in battery technology in charging infrastructure. In this conclusion, I mentioned and I talked about the topic sentence, which was shifting toward the electric vehicles. Now, in this example, I like to say automotive landscape. I'm going to talk about the landscape of people, which is a great shift. The people prefer to buy electric cars. And about propelling innovative. I'm going to talk about innovation. Still, I'm going to talk about innovation. So, all in all, the paragraph is an important element of writing or academic writing. If you do understand how to follow, how to write, and how to develop a paragraph in the most appropriate way, you can pass your TOEFL, your IELTS, your Duolingo test with the flying colors, since you're familiar how to develop a topic sentence. I hope that you enjoyed this session and it was useful. If you think our program helps you to learn English topics easier and faster, don't forget to support us. Like, subscribe, share it to your friends as well. Thank you.